we've got Amir Zoghi speaking.
International speaker in the area of business.
He's now an author and president of Be Free Events.
His modern age philosophies teach others how to experience inner freedom.
He has offices in LA and Sydney, speaking to celebrities.
Sharing his wisdom through his writings, teaching, and speaking on the stages of the world.
I connected to what was true for me. I had a message. Well, I didn't really decide to become a speaker, but I found what I realized within myself, and my natural tendency was to not hold any of it back. What I was looking for and what I realized within myself, there was also a common thing that other people were looking for. There's people talking about different teachings and different tools and different techniques, but I think that the piece of the puzzle that's missing is ourselves. I'd started to share this information with people because the more I would share about it, the more I would express it, talk about it, the deeper it would take me. And I'm doing this because I love to, not because I need to. Not because people need changing, but because people need to realize the love of who they are.
I've been in the personal development industry for over 7-8 years now. And I've seen people beat themselves up because they are comparing themselves to someone else.
The very first moment that I realized I'm going to start speaking, my older brother said to me, Amir, you know all this stuff, you've promoted all the speakers, why don't you speak? And it's the last thing I ever wanted to do, because I was always the man behind the speakers, I was the man behind the curtain, and I was a terrible MC. But something resonated when he said, why don't you speak? Something inside of me went, yes. This is the opportunity that I had to live what I knew, because I know that this flow, this intuition, this energy will flow through you in the moment if you show up. And I know I had to trust that. So I borrowed my friend's boardroom and I got about 10 people who all came in for free, and I had nothing planned. I started at 9 a.m. with good morning and welcome, and stayed connected with myself, and the information just kept coming. The content, the wisdom, the experiences, it just kept coming. From then, that program has been developed, and I've been able to articulate it in a much more thrilling, experiential way for people to experience themselves.
If you cannot follow that feeling, if you cannot embark on the journey it's leading you on, if you cannot allow it to express through you, you will never feel alive. That feeling is life. You're here to experience and express every part of you, even the negative. You didn't come here to be limited. You came here to find yourself and become an infinite being again. And that life is who you are. And the only time you're going to feel awakened, alive, is when you are expressing that feeling.
So from going on stage and getting business cards from people saying, I can help you, to now getting off stage and people going, you're an amazing speaker, I like the way you did this, I like the way you did that. Without any training. It's not about the training, it's about who you are. We're continuously looking at our lives about what we need to do, but it's really about you connecting with who you are.
Feel what I'm saying. Don't feel it in me, feel it in you. When I found myself, then it became about others.
When I'm speaking and I'm running these programs around the world, the most important thing for me is to be empty. It's to allow the information to come out in the most purest form. When I'm in that space, it's quite amazing. It's a zone that I get into. The joy is not from the impact I make in other people's lives, although so many people at the end of the programs will come and thank me and hug me, and that's wonderful. But that's not my drive. My drive is to not let this feeling die within me, because I give people permission to follow what's true for them and to be alive when I'm alive.
You and I are connected as one. There's a big difference between knowing the truth and being the truth. I want to bring change into the world. I will and am changing the world right now. This is how you start a movement. I feel that I'm part of something greater. It's alive and it's real. Do you know when you have a fear of death, you have a fear of living? It's not about the way I speak. It's about where the message is coming from. That's what you're feeling.
Wow. That was a much different answer than I expected.
Yo, that's the truth.